Hello guys, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody is having an amazing day. And if you haven't already, join me in telling the Lord thank you for allowing us to see this day, because somebody somewhere did not wake up, but the Lord allowed us to, and for that we need to tell him thank you. So we did John chapter 5, and we found out that Jesus was healing the sick. He healed the man that had been at the pool of Bethesda 38 years. And the man didn't even have to get in the pool. Jesus just told him to pick up his mat and walk. So Jesus was healing the people in chapter 5, John chapter 5. Now Jesus is feeding the people. He's feeding the people in chapter 6. So let's learn about that. Let's see what Jesus did in chapter 6. Jesus fed 5,000 people. Not what a lot either. Just with 5 fish and 2 loaves of bread. He fed 5,000. Wouldn't that be magnificent of the world today? If we took our power that God has given us and turned 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread into feeding 5,000 people just in the area that you in, whoa, wouldn't nobody be hungry? Wouldn't nobody be hungry that was hungry right now? God is an amazing God. And if he can feed them, what makes you think that he can't feed me and you? If he can heal them, what makes you think that he can't heal me and you? But let's go on and jump into John chapter 6 and find out what magnificent work that Jesus did. He's so amazing. And if you just take time out to read his word and find out all the magnificent things that he did and who he is, and all you have to do is study Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, the Gospels. You'll find out all the amazing things that happen. Draw closer to God so he can draw closer to you. So let's go on and do John chapter 6. It says Jesus fed 5,000. Sometime after this, Jesus crossed to the far shores of the Sea of Galilee. That is the Sea of Tiberias. And a great crowd of people followed him because they saw the signs he had performed by healing the sick. Then people was following Jesus because they had just saw him heal all of the man that's been there for 38 years. And they probably was thinking, if he healed them people like that, let's follow him and see what kind of magnificent things that he gonna do. That's what I'm thinking. So, then Jesus went up to the mountainside and sat down with his disciples. The Jewish Passover festival was near. When Jesus looked up and saw a great crowd coming towards him, he said to Philip, "Where shall we buy bread for these people to eat?" He asked this only to test him. So he was trying to test Philip and see if he knew the answer. If he had been watching and learning about his, about what he could do. Jesus wanted to see, are you paying attention to me? So Philip answered him, it would take more than a half a day's work, half a year wages, to buy enough bread to feed for each one of them to take a bite. Another of his disciples, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, spoke up. Here is a boy with 5 small barley loaves. And I had that backwards because I think I said 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. When it was, I might have said, no, I don't know what I said, but it's 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. And if I didn't say it backwards, charge it to my heart and not my head, because I have short-term memory loss. I don't claim it, but I got it. But anyway, I might have said it wrong, but I'm correcting myself now. So let's move right along and see what Jesus does. But how far would that go among so many? That's what Andrew said. And everybody else was probably thinking that same thing that Andrew was thinking. Like, what is that going to do? Do you see all them people out there? Do you see all of those people? Now, what is 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish going to do? Huh? So, Jesus answers, have all the people sit down. There was plenty of grass in that place, and they sat down, and about 5,000 men with her. Jesus took the 5 loaves of bread, gave thanks. See, sometimes, y'all, when we eat, we don't even give thanks or pray over our food. Or do you? Do you pray over your food? Because you should. Because all going in the world today, you should pray over your food. Thank the Lord for giving you the food, because somebody out there is not eating. So pray over your food and distribute it to those who seated as much as they wanted. He did the same thing with the fish. Now, I just thought it says they only had 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish, but everybody could eat what they wanted. He made that much with all of that stuff. Not all of that stuff, because it wasn't a lot. With that little stuff, he made all of that food to let everybody eat as much as they wanted. And we going around here worried and stressed. Why? Do you not believe and trust God that he can feed you too? That he ain't going to let you go without? That he is a provider? I know it for myself. Let me give a little testimony right here, right now. Put a pin in it. I went through cancer. I went through cancer from 2011, somewhere between June and July, all the way to 2013, October the 31st. I'll never forget those dates, because in that time, my whole life changed. I drew closer to God. I got a relationship with God, and now nobody have to tell me nothing about God, because I know him for myself, and that's the kind of relationship we need to get with God. A personal relationship. But during that time, no work, no nothing. And I never went without nothing, got cut off. My kids had all their needs supplied, and we did just fine. And that's the thing I'm trying to tell my daughter now. Draw closer to God. Stop worrying about this. Stop worrying about that. Cut all that noise in the background out and focus on God. Because I'm telling you, he is a way maker. He is a provider. He is never going to leave you nor forsake you. That means he's going to make sure that you got everything that you need if you draw closer to him. Because you know him. You just got off the beaten path. Now he's trying to bring you back into the fold. You was that sheep that was wandering. And now, this is the time he's bringing you back into the herd. So let's go on. When they all had enough to eat, he said to his disciples, gather the pieces that are left over. Let nothing be wasted. So he made so much that it was some left over. That's amazing. After the people saw the sign Jesus performed, they began to say, surely this is the prophet who is come into the world. Jesus, knowing that they intended to come and make him king by force, withdrew again to a mountain by himself. Jesus always was sneaking away, going to be by himself. He didn't want all of that noise around him. That's the kind of person I am. I just enjoy myself. God showed me how to enjoy myself. And that's what I don't need a lot of people. I can get in my house, turn on some gospel music, and just praise the Lord and do what I got to do. I don't hang out. I don't go to no clubs. I don't drink. I don't do none of that stuff because God took the place of all of that. And I found out. That's all I needed. I mean, I wish I would have found out sooner. Okay, so we're going to stop right there. That is John chapter 6, first through the 15th verse. So we're going to leave it right there, and then when we come back, we're going to learn about Jesus walking on water. What? So he healed the sick. He fed 5,000, and now he's going to walk on water? Absolutely. So, I hope each and every one of y'all have a blessed day. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button so we can learn the magnificent works of Jesus. When you're right there, go ahead and tap that notification bell, and when it drops down, push all. Because I think this is interesting. I love these Gospels. I love these stories of God. To see what a great person he is and the miracles that he performed. It's fun. If you look at it in a fun kind of way, it's interesting. Drop down in the comment section and tell me, what do you think about how Jesus fed 5,000 with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish? And until my next video, I want each and every one of y'all to have a blessed morning, night, noon, evening, whatever it may be when you see this video. Have a blessed one. And until my next video, you all be blessed. Bye, guys.